Welcome back everybody to Let's Play Panzer Dragoon Orta. Last episode we ended off the story of Eva, the Imperial boy. But now we're just going to start playing around with the sub-scenarios we can find in this game, with some interesting perspectives as well, like you see here. There's still things to do that could not... well, just how canon these things are can be argued, I'm sure, but they're fun to do to a degree. This is one of those levels right here, actually. Consecutive shotgun, interesting name. Slugs everywhere, but this is a level that is really kind of fun to play in general, but absolutely horrible to try to 100% or to get an S rank on. Thankfully, I never had to get an S rank on it. I just got an A rank. But shoot those things. Anything they can shoot, shoot it. That's essentially how it works. Because you're shooting for these airships. That means that you are also shooting your bullets for them too. And you shoot down the bullets. Of course, it's quite difficult to shoot down bullets. So the better thing to do is actually just to... crap. Oh, we got shot somehow. But the better thing to do is... yeah, and some of them hide in horrible places you can't even reach until they've actually already taken a shot at you, too. No, shoot the bullets. Guys, come on! See, that one shot from behind me at an angle I would have had to turn around to see. Because I couldn't have actually seen it as I approached. You need to be pretty much psychic about some of these, actually. So I've completed this with an A rank before, which means having only one of your buddies shot down. I also failed it a great number of times, which means having all of your buddies shot down. But this time you get what looks like a C. So. I don't remember if your shot down ratio matters. Oh well, I mean, not like it mattered how many survived anyways, but no, whatever. Oh, shot down ratio does matter. Well, whatever. Managed to get an A on it before, so I'm not concerned now. It's not a level I like to do well on at all, but it's a level that's fun otherwise. Failure in a sense. Yay. The reward for getting an A on this level actually is, interestingly enough, being able to play as, well, I'll explain that in the next episode, in fact, because it's actually very interesting indeed. A random little flavor text. Mobo! Here we go. This one's actually uncomfortably reminiscent of a certain other level we played the last episode. Mobo! So, this is the story of how Mobo came to continue his existence from, what was that, chapter 5 to chapter 9? And it's kind of amusing. It's also, on another level, it's just annoying to try to do well on, but it's amusing if nothing else. And you'll see why in a moment. It's weird how this works. It's actually really weird, not really intuitive either, but it's amusing in great ways. Of course, with Mobo being as furious as he is, he wishes to... yep, you probably recognize that UI. Oh crap, and I haven't actually played this level normally. I haven't played the game normally today yet. But yes, so you can't shoot all these guys running around on the ground, all these Imperials. But... also, Mobo actually has a pretty good shot. Not being hit by things yet, at least. But the way you get rid of all these Imperials, which you don't have to do, it's just a thing that you get a grade for. You can't shoot them for some reason. Why? I have absolutely no idea. Screw off! Stop! But you touch them with your balder, the thing you're riding on, that is. And They just fly away. And yeah, Mobo's attack is weird. For one, normally your shot is the rider, and crap. Then your lock-on is whatever you're riding. That's actually opposite in this case. Kind of weird. Oh yeah, I forgot that there's a group of boats that just go kamikaze on you. Stop that! Stop. Crap. I don't know if I'm actually completing this level or not. Whoa. So I've taken a lot of hits. Hi. Darn it! Could have taken those guys out if I stayed down the ground there. Hi, Orta. Okay, so I actually did manage to complete this. If you take too many hits, it's just like with Evo last episode. You don't catch up to Orta, and then you just kind of have to retry. But yeah, you basically just have to bonk everybody on the bottom. It's weird, but and it's actually kind of annoying having to stay on the bottom of the screen, which is another reason I think it's kind of annoying to try to do well on that level. But it's funny if nothing else. Bring the whole damn den with me. Not that you really contributed to anything once you returned, but whatever. And Orta was also apparently completely unaware of his appearance afterwards, but whatever. It took him a while to show up after that, didn't it? And that was back when Orta was in, that was chapter 4 that Mobo disappeared. It was chapter 5 that Mobo would have seen her just now. So this one's weird. We're in Cestron, basically. Execute. This one's actually probably the longest by a good long shot, actually. And if you're good at adapting to things and just working out learning strategies, then this won't be too bad for you. Otherwise, it's actually probably really sucky. You unlock nothing, by the way, by getting an A rank on this level. You unlock something by getting the A rank on the previous level with Mobo. This is not one of those levels, though. Come on. Okay. You basically need to time. There we go. Your attacks on these guys. So you hit when their shields aren't up. You see a certain something in the background which you may recognize from Saga, or not. Crap! You have to get at least 80% of them from each run around too, which I in this case didn't. And they can go by pretty slow, as you saw. Some levels aren't particularly fast-paced, especially if you don't figure out the gimmick right away. There we go. You need to either memorize or just guess the timing for these. Just kind of weird. And part of the reason I didn't need to get an A rank on this is because... There we go. Sometimes you just guess. Is because the number of attempts you take to complete this is also recorded. Oh, come on! How did one? Whatever. I think your shot down ratio and the number of attempts you take, both, I'm pretty sure, are recorded. Thank you. You can also retry if you want to, I guess, to give our shot down ratio. But your number of attempts is also recorded for your rank. So getting an S rank might involve having 0 retries, I'm not sure. You also can gun them, I guess, but that's not gonna let you get rid of huge groups of them at once. It's weird being in this environment though, because everything's just kind of... Screw off. Hi. And the weird music, how nothing is really going on anywhere. Crap! Ah! And the music. Normally you probably won't hear the entirety of the song. You hear the song at a variety of points in the game, but normally you won't hear all of it. Here you're actually spending a lot of time with the song playing. Or, well, no, this actually plays in Sestrin, doesn't it? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, this song actually plays when you're in Chapter 7, I think, so it's actually not actually that weird. Whatever. There we go. I like how these little blocks are considered enemies. Alright, I think there are 5 levels, by the way, in case you're wondering. Oh, hi. Crap. Can I just, like, retry? Pretty sure I can't retry the part I'm on right now. Because I just messed it up, or anything like that. Man! Yeah, if you don't know what you're doing from the get-go, there's a good chance that it's gonna be really hard for you. Or if you're just dumb and can't actually touch any of the targets. A whopping 8 out of 40. I don't know if there are 5 or not. I think there actually might be more. I mean, it's interesting to play through, but there's not really any reason to, I don't think. Unless you just happen to feel like polishing your skills on shooting a couple specific patterns of enemies down. God, man. Man. Because it takes some very specific patterns to get rid of these enemies, it doesn't usually help to try to patch up any errors of your own. But damn it! Can sometimes help to lock on to more things at once instead of shooting and then trying to do another salvo of lasers, or light arrows, I guess, because it takes time for you to shoot out a salvo once you let go of the A button. Ow. Ow. But then sometimes you just kind of figure it out in one magical moment and everything goes fine from there on. Whoa, thankfully they require you to shoot these targets a good deal to activate them, because I would have just then retried that after a perfect run. You know, aside from getting hit like 3 times. Oh, hi. What are you doing? Hi. This is actually one of the ones I find more annoying, because the patterns aren't so clear-cut. Oh, screw off. Doesn't help not knowing how much time you have either. Ah! Yeah, it's all those things. You need to know exactly what's going to happen. That could have been a lot worse, frankly. 60%. It's not a failure, depending on your grading scale. Ow. like how that actually hurts you, despite it killing the thing. Now, oh crap. Missed 4, that could be worse. Things for me to kill? Hado. Yeah, if you're nice and quick, you can actually target a lot of these things right as they appear, because the patterns are always tighter when they first appear than afterwards. Thank you. Zoom. And I don't think this is the last one, is it? No, it's not. God, target the bloody thing. Actually, I don't remember this particular level at all. Just kind of weird. I don't remember having these things that take multiple hits to kill. Oh, it might help actually to switch between forms too. Yeah, I mentioned that I hadn't played this game in a long, long while. God, man. By the way, no, it's not really effective to try to use. What? I keep not expecting those to appear. It's not really effective to try to use Glide Wing to get rid of these normal enemies that I'm shooting out right now. This will probably be easy once I actually try it with the acknowledgement of the existence of Heavy Wing. There we go. Tailoring things to each wing. Ow. Now could we get a little something? Recognizing our efforts. Or hopefully shortly afterward. This. Only one missed at least, I guess. Alright, you can kill these things with a gun, it's just difficult. It's always weird seeing that number first increase, seeing how many enemies there are. We haven't actually seen any of the new enemies yet. Hi. Well, I did it at least. Man. 6. I think this might be the last one. Crap, it is not. Man. Yeah, I can't remember how many there actually were in this thing. I remember the last. Screw off! I remember the last one specifically. I don't remember what leads up to that. You also have that thing appearing every now and then. Just in front of you from some reason or another. Make things more of a pain. Something else to miss, basically. Right, things are still going okay on the first try, just not good enough. There we go. Ah, goddamn! Normally, the game's okay with you taking so much time to actually make sure you hit all of them, but this one is not like that for some reason. Now. Die. There we go. That was only just above 80. Now, this is the easy one. It's actually incredibly easy. It's kind of off-puttingly easy, in fact. Just attack whichever one is facing away from you. You're not going to see immediate results, unfortunately, but it works. You can only target each one once, too, at a time, so you can't get multiple lock-ons, which is why it's good to use heavy. You're also using level 1 heavy wing. You're also shooting at it, but not that really matters. As you can see, I'm already taking care of all of them. And now I can just get rid of this one. Well, darn heavy wing already blew through the mission clear, but thank you. More retries. That's actually an A. Shutdown ratio is actually 90%, which in this case is only a B. Darn it, game! Whatever. You can never be pleased. Suspend. Yeah, nothing interesting with that Cestron stuff. Unfortunately, with the flavor text, but we have 2 quick simple things. They'll be a little bit more relaxing, maybe. Now. This one has something very interesting and new, too, actually. Unrecorded presence. Unrecorded indeed. Well, it's something we've seen once before, but only once. For a very brief time. That looks amazing. Yeah, just whenever enemies appear, shoot them. Wherever they appear, basically. That's what it's called, quick shooter. So of course it's kind of difficult to speak and do it at the same time. It's not actually that bad to do at all, actually. It's really an easy exercise. It's just a matter of doing really well on it if you want to get an S rank. I think I've gotten an A rank on it, though. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've gotten an A rank on this and the next level too, which is a little bit harder, but not by much. Yeah, you need to kill at least 15 of these groups, which really isn't a problem. Of course, it is faster to press both triggers at once instead of pressing one twice, what I tend to do here. I think I got like a B there. Haha! Predictions. I think you need to get something pretty darn good though for an S. Well, actually I never got an S, I don't know. I think it's like 25 for an A though. And I messed up plenty during that. Gene base code 12. Where have we heard that before? Stuff. Thank you, Cestron. And of course, there's the second quick shooter, since there won't be much sense in there being a quick shooter 1 otherwise. But this one has probably a pretty predictable change to it. Reconstruction of memory. Same objective, same place, basically. Actually, this is, I think I mentioned in Chapter 7 in Cestron, how if you didn't defeat a boss in time, you'd get sent to a room where you had to kill some enemies. This is actually what that room was. You'd get sent here. So yeah, now you just have to, crap. Damn. Play as the right thing. Of course, it helps you get used to it, but... No. And you basically need to just count how many, dots there are on the side. You need to turn to. And then memorize the order of your, forms. Which I have not been doing, evidently. God! Yeah. I think it shows that this is not something I've done in a very long time. Actually playing this game. Generally speaking, it's good to be familiar with playing your game if you're let's playing it, but That wasn't really something I was going to have to do for most of 2 minutes, so I hadn't done that. Because I was going to be playing all the scenarios and things like that where you were playing as something else. So apologies for the subpar performance, and that's just the gist of what this is, which isn't anything especially interesting. If you really want to try your skill at switching between dragon forms rather quickly, and that's basically how it is. Although there's a nice trick to it, you'll never get the same kind of enemy twice in a row. So basically what you usually want to do is, after you destroy a group of enemies, 22, again. After you destroy a group of enemies, I feel like I didn't really worse that time too. Switch forms once, and then if the other group of enemies corresponds to that new form you're using, great. If not, just press Y one more time to switch to form one more time. Because any given group of enemies can only be one of 2 kinds. So, anyways, that'll be it for this episode. Let's play Panzer Dragoon Orta. See you guys next episode, where I show off the last this game has to show everybody. Mostly this. I have a couple extra videos to show that too, where we'll have commentary or anything. It'll just be short, but just showing off the amusing things you can do with this. But that's something I'll explain later, along with the unlockables in this game and how stuff in this game just works with its fun unlockable stuff. And the appendix probably, I guess, because that's some interesting things to do. But that's for next time. So see you guys next time. The appendix has lots of stuff rolling around it. I never noticed that. See you guys next time in the next episode. Let's play Panzer Dragoon Orta. Bye everyone!